Good morning, dear students. In the previous class, we studied the first half of the chapter 8, that was Reach for the Top. In that chapter, we studied about the life story struggle of Indian woman Santosh Yadav, who climbed on the Mount Everest twice and set a world record. In today's class, we will discuss about a Russian girl, Maria Sharapova, who achieved her desired target of reaching on the top of tennis at the age of 18 years. So and uh, let's start the chapter and study about her life. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. And that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22 August 2005, to the world number one position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time, poised beyond her years. The Siberian born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. Dear students, when Maria Sharapova reached on the top of the tennis world and became world number one player in tennis, and she lifted the trophy on August 22, 2005. So, behind her position, behind her posture, there were some odd things which we will study in this chapter. So, it took barely 4 years to reach her on the top to achieve her desired target of reaching on the top of the tennis game. So, it, however, the rapid accent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in United States. The trip to Florida with her father Yuri launched her on the path to success and stardom. But it also required a heart wrenching 2 years separation from her mother Yelena. The latter was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life that tennis excellence would only come at a price. Dear students, it was the time when Maria Sharapova was about 9 years old. And at this age, when children enjoy their childhood, her father, her father set her goal and packed her off for Florida in the United States, and it was the beginning of the journey of success for her. And in Florida, she had to take training for the tennis, so it was a happy moment for her. But on the other hand, it was also heart wrenching because she had to go away with her mother, from her mother, and she spent 2 years which were very disappointing, which were very lonely for her as she was away from her mother Yelena. Though her father was with her, but he was working hard enough to earn money to make the training of Sarapova continue. So the 9-year-old had already, so after some time, due to visa restrictions, Maria Sarapova was sent back to her country, Russia, and up to that time, she had learnt enough lessons in her life, and one of them was she learned that tennis excellence would only come at a price. It means she said that if she wanted to reach on the top of tennis, then she had to work hard. It is not only for her, it is for everyone, that if anyone want to reach on the top, want to achieve his desired target, then he must work hard. I used to be so lonely, Maria Sarapova recalls. I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he could not see me either. Dear students, in Florida, Maria was away from her mother, but unfortunately, his father was also unable to see her because her father was working day and night to earn enough money to make the tennis training of Saryapova continue. So sometimes they could not see each other. Because I was young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up room and clean it. So it is a very negative incidents in her life that when she was in training camp, then she used to go to bed at 8 p.m. while other players who were also taking training in that camp and were senior to Sarapova, they used to come in at 11 p.m. And afterward they make Sarapova wake up and ordered her to tidy up the room and clean it. So it was quite terrible experience for world number one tennis player Maria Sarapova. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. So when her senior used to tease her, used to make her work there, make her tide their rooms. So it was a lesson that made her more strong. Her determination became more serious, became more uh, concerned. So she said that she learnt a lesson from there and she decided not to quit. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insults than that to steadfastly pursue my dream. Okay. So at that time, Maria Sarapova never thought about quitting the game, and she thought that when anyone comes from nothing, has nothing to lose, then that person always does her best to achieve his desired target. That's why Maria Sarapova also thought that she came from nowhere. It means she had nothing to lose. She had nothing to gain, and one more thing she thought that if she did not achieve her desired target, then it will be more humiliating for her. That's why she started working hard and hard, harder and harder. That toughness runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's single crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world number one spot the following year. So it was the toughness of her determination, of her work, and this was the result of her hard work that she became winner of the women's Wimbledon trophy, and she achieved her desired target of being number one tennis player in the next year. While her journey from the frozen plains of Serbia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. She started her journey from the cold place of Siberia. Siberia, it is a place in Russia that is generally cold there. So she started her journey from frozen plains, and when she reached on the top of the world tennis world, and she touched thousands of tennis players' hearts, but it was not a single moment for the sentiment for her. The state looks and the answers she gives when asked about her ambition make it imply clear that she considered the sacrifice were worth it. When asked about her success, then she answered that she made some sacrifices for reaching there, for reaching the top, and her sacrifices proved worth. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It is my job. This is her mantra for success. And she further told that she worked very hard. She was of competitive nature and she worked harder and harder to achieve her desired goal, and to work hard and to play tennis, have training of tennis, it was her mantra for success. It means work hard, play tennis, it was her key to success. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing about the doubts, she says, I am Russian. It's true that the US is in a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. Dear students, Maria Sharapova spent a lot of time in USA. That's why her speaking accent is American. But she clears that she is a Russian citizen and the blood running in her nerves is of Russian origin. And she proudly considers herself as a Russian. And she further said that she would like to play in Olympics from the Russian side if Russia want. Like any number of teenage sensation, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. Like any sensation in the young age, Maria Sharapova used to enjoy herself with fashion. She was quite fashionable. She used to uh, sing songs and also dance on the music as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening rooms appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So she had some quite sophisticated habits. She used to uh, be sophisticated evening rooms, and she used to have pinnacle chocolate, and she used to drink some fizzy orange drinks also. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire to success, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Dear students, Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed. It means cannot be considered as the person who don't want to do anything to be on the top or categorized. We cannot limit her characters, her talent, unwavering desire to success, and we cannot underestimate her talent and her desire to get on the top of the world, to achieve his top position. So her top position, few would grudge her that the riches she is now reaping. But some of the people from the tennis as well as from the other sports may grudge, may complain that now she is reaping the riches, she is earning money merely. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. And this is the thing that is told by Maria Sharapova, that what she gained, what's how much money, or money from where she got from the tennis. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport, but the most important thing is to become number one in the world. She said that there is no doubt that money is the motivation for each and every game, same as with the tennis. But tennis is a business as well as a sport, and the most important thing to be become number one in the world. And the most important thing in any sport, especially in tennis, for me, is not the money, is not a business. This is the position of becoming number one person, number one tennis player in the world. That is the dream that kept me going. And this was the dream. What was the dream? The dream of becoming number one player kept her play, and play the tennis. So, dear students, in this chapter, we studied about the life of Sharapova, Maria Sharapova, how she worked when she reached Florida in USA and got training, and afterwards she was sent back to her home, and finally, with her hard work, she achieved world number one position in tennis in 2005. Dear students, you can draw a comparison between Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova. So, dear students, in this class, we completed the chapter that is Reach for the Top. In next class, we will discuss next chapter. Thank you.